All right, real quick, y'all. I gotta hit y'all with that rapid recap. The Baltimore Ravens, they took care of business. It was a business trip for the Baltimore Ravens against the Cincinnati Bengals. I think this was one of those games where you felt like, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, you felt like this is what needed to happen on Thanksgiving, right? I think I expected this to happen at home as opposed to on the road. But regardless, turnabout's fair play because the Ravens knocked the Bengals out of the playoffs, which never happened. I mean, can we be honest? The Ravens and the Bengals have this storied history of, yes, the Ravens may have a little more success than the Bengals overall, but we have to be honest, right? We have to be honest. The Ravens have a little more success than the Bengals. I would say a lot of more success than the Bengals, but the Bengals are always a thorn in the side, and it's finally just so nice. It's so nice to finally be the thorn in their side and knock them out of the playoffs, especially after what they did to us a couple weeks ago on Thanksgiving, spoiling our holiday. Look, it was no good. Shout out to Yolanda B. Check my good friend out over there. Look, I appreciate you for coming by as always. How you feeling, Yolanda? Let me know. Let me know down below how you feeling. Everybody else is watching, whether you're watching the replay, you're watching right now. Let me know how y'all feel. But look, this kind of, I feel like this has been the Ravens struggle this year, right? It's been up, it's been down. It's been up, it's been down. It's been, this was the perfect storm right here, right? You playing against a team that's not really that great defensively, pretty bad offensive line, and it seemed like you exploited all of those things. And that's exactly what you have to do. That's exactly what a well-coached team would do in this situation. Now, the jury's probably still out on whether or not this team is a well-coached team, whether it be offensively, defensively, or special teams as well, or at the head coach position, right? But I will say this. They did exactly what they had to do. Okay? They did exactly what they had to do. And let's be honest. This is why I can't count out the Ravens right yet. Number one, I think, it's two things. Number one, I think that whoever gets hot, I think wins the Super Bowl. I really do. Whoever gets hot wins the Super Bowl this year. Whoever gets hot is going to win the Super Bowl. I think that's a fact. But also, I can't count out the Ravens because we know the Steelers are bound for a collapse. They just are, right? They're already in the midst of their collapse. So they bound for a collapse. Let's see what Yolanda got to say. I'm thrilled because it's a game we needed, but more importantly, we finally had a great game in all phases. I agree. I mean, this is probably one of our better games. It should have been they should have times two this and did it on Thanksgiving too. But I agree. I mean, great game in all phases. We had some pretty good returns. No touchdowns, pretty good returns. Special teams game was pretty good. The interception. I mean, I feel like we've all come to realize that the interceptions that Lamar is throwing at this point are just ridiculous, like just bizarre world. I mean, the ball couldn't fall any in any opposite direction for this team. So it's pretty crazy, right? It's pretty crazy. But we talked about this before. Shout out to my guy Brandon Bazell, who hangs out with us a lot of times on these streams, and he mentioned it. He said this defense got to be complimentary, right? This defense has to be complimentary, and this defense is starting. The marriage is starting to happen, right? The marriage is starting to happen. Good morning or good evening for me. I don't know where you are. Let me know where you are. Let me know where you at. But I think this marriage is starting to happen between this offense and this defense finally. I want to see it over the course of the next couple games, especially some of the tougher games. We're talking about the Patriots. We're talking about the Packers. Of course, the Steelers at the end of the year. I want to see what this marriage has on it because I feel like this is starting to be kind of a marriage, y'all. Right? It really is. When this team plays well, when the offense is struggling, the defense picks up the load. When the defense is struggling, the offense picks up the load. And I think this was one of those games, right? Where the offense still started a little bit slow, but this defense stepped up. This offense only had about 30% in them. This defense stepped up and gave 70. And I like that. I like what I'm seeing. This defense doesn't have to be historically good, but this defense has to complement this offense. I really think that's a true statement. I think that's where this team is at its best. So, let me give a shout out to Zach Orr. Simplify this defense. Put the true indicator of being a leader is to put these guys in the proper positions to win football games. Your defense. You have a talented defense. I think they're talented. I really do. I think they're really good. I think they're really talented across the board. But I really think it comes up to coaching how these guys play and how these guys mesh together and who's in the proper positions to be successful. That's my opinion. Like I said, offensively, the turnover, just ridiculous, right? Just ridiculous. I mean, how does that even happen? Zay had a couple drops. I think this is the struggle, though, that I'm having with Zay, right? The struggle I'm having is Zay's a really good receiver. Probably, if he sticks around, probably will be the best receiver in Ravens history, right? Statistically. But we have to remember, here's the thing. The thing about being a really good receiver in this league is more than likely you're in the top of the league at drops. You just are, but you get it back. And I felt like Zay did that. Zay did those things. Zay had a couple drops where he was like, I don't like that. But at the same time, when you're getting targeted as much as Zay is getting targeted, he's going to drop the ball every so often, but he's going to get it back, right? And when you have a great quarterback, he's going to throw interceptions. He's going to fumble the football, but he's going to get it back. And we know Lamar do that. Same thing with Derrick Henry. They're going to be some fumble. I mean, we talked about it early in the season. It's crazy to think. Early in the season, look, Derrick Henry was fumbling the ball. We was like, who is this? Who is this guy? Did they replace our Derrick Henry with somebody else? But ever since then, he has been excellent. And little known fact, and this is little known to me, little known to y'all, I feel like third ranked third ranked rushing game in the league. That's crazy. I feel like the rushing game has not even been relatively good. But Derrick Henry over 1,000 yards, and this team continues to be excellent running the football. The passing stats, a little bit less now. I mean, you've been without Lamar Jackson, for what, 4 or 5 weeks there, so that hurts. And that's going to take a toll on it. But before he got injured, I mean, it was excellent, right? I mean, it was excellent. I agree, Yolanda. The defense was nearly flawless. Like, I mean, they did exactly what they needed to do. And I think sometimes, like, that's the thing about Zach Orr. Zach Orr has to just simplify it. Just simplify it. That's it. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. Victoria, I'm doing good. Appreciate you for coming by. And I appreciate that. Look, I appreciate that. I'm definitely appreciative for you hanging out with us. But look, I mean, I feel like this team, man, there's potential there. We talked about this before. There's potential there. There's potential there. And I think because of that potential, there's always a chance, right? There's no Mahomes this year. So your kryptonite's out of it. Who knows what's going to happen with the Bills and the Patriots? And my thing is the league can change in a couple weeks, right? You come off 2 pretty rough feeling losses, but you put this game with the Packers game, with the Patriots game, and end it off with the Steelers, and you play well in all of those games, all 4 of those games at that point, you're feeling good going to the playoffs, I think. But look, shout out to the Ravens, man. I got to give a shout out to the Ravens. I got to get up out of here. Okay? Because this is my rapid recap. I try to keep it short so then I can come back later on and analyze a little bit more. But look, y'all, let me know down below what you guys think of this Baltimore Ravens stream. And by the way, what am I up to? Rapid recap. This is a rapid recap for the Baltimore Ravens victory for the Cincinnati Bengals. In case you just tuned in, appreciate you guys as always, Victoria. But look, I'm telling you. There's something here. It could be. Now, maybe I'm the optimist here. But there could be something here. The fortunes would change if the Ravens can play well in these last 4 games. You never know. You just got to be in the dance to hit a little move. Okay, look, I'm just telling y'all. Look, I got to get up out of here, but definitely hope you guys enjoyed the show. I will see you next time on the Be More Show. We'll talk a little bit more about this game and how the Ravens won and how they can keep it going. Because that's gonna be the key. They got to keep it going. But look, y'all, I'll see you guys on the next episode of the Be More Show. This has been your rapid recap for the Ravens victory. Got to hit one of them. The Ravens victory against our favorite foe. I don't know if I say all that, but look, the Ravens victory against the Cincinnati Bengals. I'll see you guys as always. Until next time, let me shout out one more time to my live chat peeps out here. One more time. Yolanda B, I appreciate it. Thank you for the great show as well. I appreciate you. As always, check my friend Yolanda B out. Victoria, I appreciate you. I do not play Call of Duty. I'm actually trash at Call of Duty. I'm just going to be honest with you. I am trash at any first-person shooter. I'm okay at Fortnite. I know it's not first-person shooter, but that's probably why I'm okay at it. But look, I am trash at Call of Duty. My guy right here, I appreciate you as well. Good morning, wherever you may be. Good evening for me. But look, y'all, I appreciate y'all as always. We'll see you guys on the next episode of the Be More Show.